To the Batmobile. Let's go.
Atomic batteries to power. Turbines to speed.
Roger. Ready to move out.
All right, welcome back to Basement Boy Banter. I normally say welcome back to the basement, but we no longer shoot in a basement, so that's really not apropos to the situation.
We shoot on the bottom floor of a two-story thing, though.
We do.
So it's sort of a basement.
Welcome back to the main level boy banter in the house. No, we're still Basement Boy Banter, even though we're not in the basement anymore. Obviously, welcome to the new set, everybody. Welcome to the new set officially. We had a little preview on episode 56 and Thor's thoughts from Raw last week was shot here, but this is the first official Phase Deuce episode. So with that being said, welcome back. We recap the Week in Nerd. I'm Thor. That's Brian. So let's get right to it. Michael Keaton, he was in. He was out. He's back in.
Oh, my goodness.
Spider-Man Homecoming. Looks like we are going to be getting Vulture as the villain, and it looks like it is going to be being played by Michael Keaton. So I'm pretty excited.
I mean, it's exactly what we wanted.
It is what we wanted. It is definitely what we wanted.
So
you know?
we're getting what we wanted, but hopefully he's in and not like kind of, sort of in. Or what are you doing?
Just keep talking. I'm just playing with things.
Okay, that's fine.
New sets, we're trying new things. This isn't perfect yet, like it's ever been, but it's less perfect now. Michael Keaton, continue.
Well, that's all I had to say.
All right, fine. I'm super pumped. I mean, obviously, getting Batman to play a villain in Spider-Man couldn't be any better. And off the Birdman movie and stuff like that, what Michael Keaton's been on a hot streak. I mean, Spotlight. There's been a lot of stuff he's been a part of lately that's worked. So I'm excited to see him back in the fold. I think
that's kind of what happens. They hit that unknown middle ground there, and then they come back when they get old enough to be cool again.
That's true. They go away and then they come back. And some never come back. Some do, some don't.
Most thankfully never come back.
That's true. The Dolph Lundgren comeback is coming though. I can feel it.
Yeah,
I can feel it.
I've seen him in a couple commercials. He's on his way.
He is. He's going the Matthew McConaughey route. Start pushing Lincolns, putting on watches. So let's keep talking about Spider-Man because Brian loves him so much. Vincent D'Onofrio, the Kingpin, Daredevil, Netflix, says he would love to make an appearance in Spider-Man Homecoming. And guess what? I would love that as well. He was the best part of Daredevil. I think still to this point, he's probably one of the best parts of Daredevil.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You haven't finished it.
We don't need to talk about that, Brian. We're talking about Vincent D'Onofrio and Spider-Man. That's what we're talking about right now, not my Netflix watching habits.
Well, I'll do anything to change the topic for Spider-Man.
But either way, but we're talking Kingpin.
But he won't be Kingpin.
No, he'd be Kingpin. Yeah, he'd be the same Kingpin.
But he would be not quite as... I mean, they're going to have to tone him down a little bit just because... what they could get away with in Daredevil, I don't think they're going to do in Spider-Man.
Well, maybe. I mean, yeah, but we're talking about more of an appearance, like not a
cameo.
Cameo, but just introducing, crossing over those worlds. I would like to see that happen.
Well, and I feel like Spider-Man's not a bad place to do it either.
It's not. I mean, it's a Sony movie pretty much. It's just run by Marvel, made by Marvel with Marvel's name all over it. But Sony gets some of the money. They get something for
Enough.
it.
Zero work. Most
Zero
of the money.
work. A chunk of the cash. Sony's got a good deal going.
Get on it, Fox.
No, they're good. Wait, Apocalypse is gonna crush this week.
You think so?
We have a Apocalypse review. Will be coming next week, along with episode 58. A Gamer Corner from Brian will be coming next week.
Probably.
A Gamer Corner will be coming next week. Thor's thoughts. I started doing Raw recaps, and we'll do the pay-per-view recap on this week's show. But we've been floating around an idea of separating the wrestling from the main show and having it be its own thing. So pay-per-views and Raws specifically, recaps and reactions posted after it. Let us know if you guys would like to see something like that, because I want to know if it's worth doing.
Well, and it's nice to know if you guys want them chunked up a little bit more, just because if you don't care about wrestling, the last thing you want is a whole episode.
Well, a whole
wrestling.
show.
Right.
And I'd separate it too. It wouldn't be Thor's thoughts. I just did Thor's thoughts last week because it was just whatever.
Right,
but I'd make it like its own separate entity. So let me know if you guys, want that. Or if you want to just keep doing the WWE Minute, we'll keep doing the WWE Minute. Although I don't think it's ever been a minute.
Probably. Well, I'm sure there were some Raws that were.
Maybe, but we've always stretched it at least a couple. So let's trailer madness. So we've been gone for a couple weeks. Thanks everyone for keeping up, watching some of the content we had go up while we were gone, or why this all transpired. But we had 4 trailers. Couple dropped this week, couple dropped last week. We had Assassin's Creed. We had Star Trek Beyond, which just dropped yesterday. We had Ghostbusters, a second trailer dropped for that, and we had the last one for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2. Go ahead and take with what you will out of that bundle of goodness.
The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles one wasn't anything too... It didn't add too much as far as excitement levels go. The Ghostbusters one, it wasn't bad, but again, it's kind of not changing my excitement level. The Star Trek one, I think, was my favorite out of the bunch.
Yeah.
So I'm still perplexed as to if you know who the villains are in that trailer. Tell me.
Yeah, like who the dude is, the one for sure.
The dude or the aliens in there. I don't recognize them at all. I feel like I know my Star Trek pretty good.
Yeah, and this is old Star. I mean, it's old Star Trek.
Well, old reboot, but that doesn't mean they won't go with newer Star Trek villains.
Maybe.
At first, because they were all glowy green.
Yeah.
At first, I was like, "Oh, they are so smart. They're going Borg." Finally.
No. It's not. It's definitely not the Borg. Which would make no sense in introducing the Borg this early.
Well, because they haven't really done any serious Klingon
when Next
stuff.
Generation introduced it, way later down the timeline. In a different universe.
But they've already made excuses as to why that would be okay.
I get what you're saying.
But
for me, realistically the standouts here is Assassin's Creed. That for me is the standout. That movie looks amazing. I think we finally got Warcraft's gonna do it. Mm-hmm. It's gonna be a good video game movie. I have a feeling. I'm pumped for Warcraft. June 10th, we'll be there. We'll have a review. We'll talk a lot about it. But I'm excited for the Assassin's Creed one. Seeing the Michael Fassbender, seeing all the assassin goodness, seeing him jump off the super tall building at the end of the trailer. That was probably my highlight of the 4. I'm still not loving what I'm seeing from Ghostbusters. I'm excited for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but realistic about what I'm probably going to get.
Yeah.
And what was the last one? Star Trek Beyond. I saw Into Darkness once in the theaters, and I own it on Blu-ray, and I've never watched it. I saw the first one a couple times because that was a pretty good movie. I probably will go see this in the theaters, but I make no guarantees. We'll try to go see it.
I think it looks...
I'll go with you to the cheap theater.
As solid as any of the other ones.
I'm not going premiere night like everything else I do. I'll just say that much. You know?
It's not like it's going to be busy.
No, it's not. That's the thing.
Well, I mean, where I go, it's not...
Well, where you go is never busy. That's why I'll go with you. I'll go with you there to the cheap place for that. I'm not going to pay the high-end prices.
I kind of want to see Warcraft in IMAX.
Yeah, let's do that.
Because they were talking that at Comic-Con.
Yeah.
And I was like, that does sound with the Griffin Riders and stuff.
Yep.
That sounds pretty good.
IMAX
I think
3D.
Assassin's Creed might not be bad in IMAX either.
It depends on how it was shot, but yeah.
Well, I mean, did you see there was a lot of those swooping, far range, seeing the towers and whatever shots? I think that one would be good, IMAX too.
Yeah. No, both would be quality IMAX experiences.
Oh, you know what video game movie completely went under our radar? And
Ratchet and Clank.
I saw it.
How was it?
If you like Ratchet and Clank, the games, it'll be exactly what you expect. If you don't like Ratchet and Clank, the games, or have never played them, it's not that good.
Yeah.
It's not horrible, but it's also nothing special. I
Right.
It's literally any cookie cutter kids movie.
Okay.
But that's kind of what the games were.
Right. No, I remember when the first Ratchet and Clank came out.
But it's more of a, I don't even know what you'd call it. It's just sort of exists, if that makes sense.
No, I'm with you. Like I have no interest in seeing that. Warcraft. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
June 10th. Let's get here.
Well, and if Warcraft hits hard, I'm going to be way more excited for Assassin's Creed.
Yeah?
Way more.
I'm already excited for both of them. I'm more excited for a video game movie than I have been in years. For a long time. Maybe since like the first Resident Evil came out.
I saw another trailer for the Warcraft movie, actually. God,
Did you?
We were just getting off topic. But I saw another trailer, and I saw a snippet of Gul'dan and another snippet of the... I assume... Because I saw someone commented that
he was in it for a second.
But I'm not... I don't remember what his comment said exactly, but there's Medivh, and then there's his... Because he's an apprentice wizard.
Okay.
I don't remember if they said it was him or his master.
I don't know. We'll find out come June 10th.
We will.
Because I have no idea who any of these people are until I see the movie. I started watching Game of Thrones. If we want to get way far off topic, so we moved into this new place, and me and my roommate started watching Game of Thrones. And we got through season 1 in the first week here, and we started season 2 last night. I might have been half drunk eating pizza, falling asleep towards the end of that episode. But either way, we're off and running on Game of Thrones, people. So, we're only 6 years behind on something that's, like, super popular. Winning.
You're only 6. I'm even more behind.
You've never watched it.
All my friends are like, you would really like it. And
No,
I'm like, I refuse to watch it.
You would,
man.
actually. It's pretty good. I
watched Lord of the Rings again the other day.
There's more nudity than necessary, but I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. There's a lot of nudity.
That dragon chick's pretty hot.
Yeah. You get to see her naked almost every episode.
Really?
Oh, yeah. The super blonde one.
Maybe I'm going to reconsider.
Yeah, she's naked almost every episode in the first season. I swear to God. Yeah. I think, for sure. 100%. So, if you like naked blonde chicks, watch Game of Thrones. That's, where I was going with that, I think. No, it's a good show. I can't believe I'm so late to the party, and I'm kind of mad at myself at this point. But let's talk about more sword and sandal type stuff, but not really, because it's Asgard. Thor Ragnarok finally got all the official casting we've been talking about for months. So Carl Urban as Scourge. Kate Blanchett, we're getting Hela, the chick with the crazy like headdress thing in Thor, whatever. You'll see her. Tessa Thompson's playing Valkyrie, and we got Jeff Goldblum playing Grandmaster. So we got a whole bunch of Thor.
Jeff Goldblum.
Yep, Jeff Goldblum. I know. I was excited about that whole list. Like that whole
Natalie
list.
Portman's not in it for whatever
No,
reason.
well, she doesn't need to be. It doesn't take place on Earth at all. It takes place in outer space.
They still did it in
There was
Dark
a reason
World.
to that one, though. Not as much. This is going to be a better movie than Dark World.
Dark World's not... I enjoy watching it.
I do. I like it. I like
yeah,
that movie.
I understand. It is probably one of the weaker movies.
Oh, for sure. It's bottom tier of... And that pains me to say, because the first Thor's top tier. First Thor movie, top tier for Marvel movies.
I've heard the first Thor movie is also bottom tier. I disagree.
No, it's
there's a
middle.
special place in my heart for both the Thor movies.
Damn right
because
there is.
He is honestly the hardest hero in that group
to
make a movie about. Not because of Thor, but because you have to mix that Asgard stuff.
Your
and
affinity for the character has nothing to do with me?
No.
Well, fuck you then. All right.
Otherwise, I'd say shit tier. Yeah,
all right.
Those movies
you know
are
what?
shit.
You're getting stabbed with this pen in the neck.
Old tier.
Thor. I'm pumped for Thor Ragnarok. Thor and Hulk. I'm bypassing what you just said. Thor Ragnarok. I'm pumped, especially with Hela and Valkyrie and like. This is gonna be a good movie. Very good movie. I have a feeling this is gonna be a surprise. Oh, weird news of the week. A couple got arrested having sex during Batman vs. Superman. I guess.
They liked it so much.
They got so aroused that they couldn't wait. They couldn't get home,
I understand. Batfleck.
Gal Gadot, Batfleck, yep. I get it. Props to them. I read that and I was like, yes. Way to go. I check plus for them. Check plus. What else? Oh, Daniel Craig out as James Bond. So we will be getting a new Bond. Who you got? Top of your head right now. Boom. Who's James Bond? Go. Go.
Can't do that. That's a too iconic character to off the top of your head pick a person.
Just first instinct. Who you got?
No, I'd have to sit on it. Who's yours?
Yeah, you love to sit on it. I would. I'd have to say give it to the black dude. Give it to Idris Elba.
Really?
Yeah.
I wouldn't be against that.
Yeah, because he's. So, what did they say? He's too street to be James Bond or something like that. I thought that was ridiculous. Just give it to another. Don't. The only person do not make is Henry Cavill, Superman. Superman cannot be James Bond. I'm sorry. He's British. He's got the look.
Don't
do not make Superman James Bond. I'm gonna preference this right now. Like, don't do that. Do not do that. I'm actually kind of happy though Craig's leaving. I didn't see Spectre. I saw Skyfall, and that's the only Daniel Craig Bond I ever saw was Skyfall. It's really good. That's a great movie. But that was the only one I ever saw.
I thought he was pretty solid. I mean, that's kind of how Bond is, though. I feel like it's better to leave it when you're doing a good job than hash it out to some of those bad ones.
Right.
Because there have been some bad Bond movies.
Oh, we forgot to watch Preacher. I recorded Preacher, the new AMC show. It's the graphic novel. We talked about it a bunch.
We did?
We have. But it premiered today, and I recorded it, and we forgot to watch it.
Sorry.
I'll watch it and see if it's worth letting you know, and then we'll maybe talk about it next week. We'll see. Fingers crossed. I make no promises. So we talked about Transformer 5, I think. Was it the last show on 56? I'll look back at the note. Did we ever talk about that? The announcement for Transformers 5? Oh, we never did.
But we talked about it when we were taping the first test.
Oh,
stuff.
okay. Is that when we did it?
But
okay,
I don't think
okay.
we talked about it in that footage.
Okay. So they're coming out with Transformers 5. It's called The Last Night. Now, I'm just going to throw out a crazy speculation here that I read online. What if The Last Night is ROM the Space Knight? Because you know how they want to tie like ROM, G.I. Joe, Mask. They want to make like a shared universe with all the Hasbro products. What if ROM is The Last Night? And that's like the introduction.
It'd be a smart way to kind of cash that in.
It would be.
Finish the Transformers off by cashing a different,
Yeah. No, I'm
the
with
Transformers punch out, he punches in. But
well, not punch out. They're going to keep doing those, but to introduce that character so he can have his own adventure.
Transformers punched out after like the second movie.
Actually at the first. The first movie is like the only good one.
Halfway through the first movie.
The third one's watchable. Like, it's watchable. But yeah.
Mark Wahlberg's back.
Yeah, ooh, and we might get... Oh, and Josh Duhamel's coming back. They're bringing back some of the old cast from the original. Yeah, so we got that to look forward to. I think Tyrese might even be... Was it Tyrese? There was a black guy in the... no, I don't think it was Tyrese. Yeah, maybe it was Tyrese.
I don't know.
It was probably Tyrese.
Wasn't he...
Fast and Furious.
Was it... Fast and Furious?
Tyrese is in Fast and Furious.
Who is he in Fast and Furious?
The black guy.
Oh.
That's not Ludacris.
Oh, I know exactly who you're talking about now.
Genius.
I was thinking the hacker computer guy, but you were talking one of the soldiers.
Yep. I think it was him. Now I'm not 100% on that. I don't know. That's it. It was a slow fucking week, like news-wise.
Yeah, I mean, trailers are one thing.
Thank God we took 2 weeks off, or there would have been like jack shit to talk about.
For sure.
Well, let's wrap this show up. WWE Minute. Extreme Rules happened just less than an hour ago. We finished watching it. We're coming down off the high of how it ended, but we'll get to that here in a moment.
We'll probably get amped back up before that.
We probably will. So we started off with some weird stuff that happened in the WWE. Cody Rhodes asked for his release and was released from the WWE.
Cody Rhodes.
Stardust.
Why?
I don't know. I really don't know. But he asked for his release and he's been released. So no more Stardust, which I'm cool with the new era starting and all the new talent.
Yeah,
he's expendable. It is.
He's also, they had like a couple promo thingies with him in them.
Well, and he's a legacy too. You know what I mean? Like with his father and
right.
Goldust. I don't know. It's just weird. But so that's your weird WWE news of the week. Then we started the pre-show with Corbin versus Ziggler. Corbin won. It was kind of a throwaway match. Like I wasn't that interested in it. I don't even think I watched half of it.
I don't think I watched any of it.
I watched some of it.
It looked, actually, when they were like previewing it back, it didn't look that bad.
Well, yeah, when you cut the best like 3 seconds of the match together, it looks like a great match.
Well, I didn't say it looked like a great match.
Okay, well, I'm just saying
it looked that bad.
Then we went Anderson and Gallows versus the Usos. First match of the night is a tornado tag team match. Meh.
What's the difference between a regular tag team and a tornado?
They have to tag in. Tornado, no one tags. All 4 people are in all the time.
Oh.
So that's why, that's the tornado tag team match. Yeah, because it was, I think that originated in Texas.
That's cool. I want to see New Day do one of those.
Who would be the 4? Oh, with the 3 of them? We'll get to New Day.
Well, I don't even mean the 3 of them. I mean against another.
Anderson and Gallows won. No surprise here, really. I have a feeling they're going to start going up against the New Day at some point.
Yeah.
I can see that because they're a heel. They're a heel team. They're a good heel team. Enzo and Big Cass. Enzo's hurt, so they're not even tag team. Vaudevillains are serviceable bad guys, but clearly not, worthy of top heel of the belts for sure.
Yeah,
like they're nowhere near worthy of the belts. That's a mouthful. People try to fucking say it. Try to say it, and it's 11 o'clock at night. Don't judge. Then we have Rusev versus Kalisto. Surprise match of the night for me.
Really?
Yeah, it was good.
I thought it was good.
There were some sloppy moments. Kalisto screwed up a bunch of shit he was supposed to do.
God, yeah.
But Rusev looked strong. The belt changed hands, which the U.S. had gotten so stale. Which they had spent. That kind of pissed me off too, because they had spent so much time building up the USA title when Cena had it.
Yeah.
Made it into this prestigious title, and then they just pissed it down the toilet after that. Like, I don't even remember who took over after Cena, and then how it wasn't Alberto Del Rio.
Yes.
Yeah, it was Del Rio, and then I think into Kalisto, and then it's been with Kalisto ever since. And now, I like Kalisto,
but this was definitely not one of his better matches.
I don't know, it wasn't working anymore. So to see Rusev take it, I'm happy to see. I don't know where they're gonna go, but I'm excited.
You have predictions. Where they're gonna
2
go.
weeks, Cena comes back, and we'll get there later. Then we got highlight of the night every night. New Day comes out. They've been getting so borderline with the things that they're saying on TV.
Oh my goodness!
The stuff that's like the two. We're gonna bury put 2 hoes in the ground, and just because he has the hose, they can get away with it.
Well, and then he was talking about getting what was it? He was talking about his Twitter account.
Yeah, hit me in the DMs.
And he said to send him pictures and videos with sound,
Right.
like obviously implying something that is not age appropriate for children.
Hit me in the DMs. I'm just saying, it's going down in the DMs. Like, it's going down in the DMs, people. Down in the DMs. So yeah, New Day retains over Vaudevillains. It was a good match. It was actually for me. The first 2 matches, kind of sleepers. Rusev and Kalisto, I was like, all right. And then once we hit New Day versus Vaudevillains, I think the rest of the card went really well with the exception.
Yeah, there was actually some surprises.
There was. So now let's get to the second half of the card. New Day retains. Best thing they could have done. Mm-hmm. It would have made no sense to give the Vaudevillains those belts. So then we got the Fatal 4-Way for the Intercontinental Championship that I called like a month ago. Miz, Cesaro, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens. Miz retains. But that was a great match. I mean, the crowd was cheering. This is awesome almost the whole time.
My favorite part was when Sami Zayn did that weird
when he flipped
thing
over Cesaro, and then Cesaro caught his legs, and then he went under his legs and slammed Cesaro. Watch it. It was crazy. It was crazy. Yeah. It was super crazy. And then everyone kept screwing everybody. Like, you think the match was going to be over. Someone would grab somebody out of the ring. We thought it was going to be KO. We thought it was going to be Zayn. Ended up being The Miz, which I don't love that. But
and the thing that throws me off about that is they just keep building that Sami Zayn and
Kevin Owens
are like enemies. But we just got done with their feud matches. So are you going to build more feud matches? Because they make good matches, but
we only had one feud match really, and now they've been wrapping them into the Intercontinental title match the whole time. So now I'm like, give one of them the belt and let's have a belt feud with the 2 of them. That's what I want. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm looking for.
Well, and then The Miz and Cesaro are just odd men out in there. I mean,
Cesaro's cool. I'd love to see Cesaro win the belt too. The only person The Miz, I'm so tired of his gimmick. You know what I mean? Like, I've been tired of that gimmick though.
Yeah, his gimmick's not. I'm not a huge fan. He did well enough in this match.
Yeah.
I mean, he was also wrestling against 3 people who definitely outclassed him.
I just realized you didn't even wear a Comic-Con shirt this week.
No, was I supposed to?
Well, yeah, remember we said when we got the shirts on the last show in the basement,
You
we
should
were
have
like,
reminded me.
you know, because I got the fresh Comic-Con Star Wars shirt on. Brian.
He didn't remind me.
Yes, because I'm his mother.
Mm-hmm.
Creepy. Then we had Ambrose versus Jericho in the Asylum match.
Yeah.
No, the Asylum match. First ever of its kind. This match started a little...
Can I be frank with you?
Yeah,
I
go
thought
for
this
it.
match was not going to be good. Number one, I feel like Jericho, I'm just sick of him.
Okay.
Number two, the Ambrose Asylum match is basically like them trying to... I hate when they do those like, it's a steel cage, but we added sticks and... Like, they just try to... And with Lesnar and Ambrose last time, it was a horrible match for that street fight.
It was.
I was
that street fight was
expecting
bad.
the worst. Well, I figured this was going to be one of the most disappointing matches on the card.
Really, I had high hopes for this match because I liked the twist. Now you can't climb out of the ring. You can't escape. It has to be by pinfall or submission in the middle of the ring. You got the stuff hanging around the outside, so you have to climb up you still have to climb the cage to get stuff, which leaves you vulnerable to attack and whatnot. And I had high hopes for this match, and I was very disappointed when it started. I was like, oh, no. And then we started getting going. And what did you say, right after about the nunchuck part?
Yeah, when they finished with the nunchuck, and they were basically done with it, because they use it for a while. But right when they stop with the nunchuck, it really starts amping up.
And then we got one of the surprises Brian was talking about, thumbtacks. A bag full of thumbtacks. Wow, I didn't expect him to I expected someone to go into it, but I expected Ambrose because he had the shirt on. Mm-hmm. They slammed Jericho right into the thing. His whole tricep was just covered, and I mean
he was
covered.
He was
and
bleeding pretty good.
Blood was instantly from every pore. It was crazy.
It
was so crazy.
Horrible.
Yeah,
I cannot believe.
Yep. And then Ambrose ends up winning. Hits the dirty deeds. I think this feud should be over at this point now.
Yeah.
Move on.
I hope for Jericho's sake.
You know what I would actually like to see Ambrose and Rusev for the USA title.
I wouldn't be against that.
That I think would be a good idea because we've never had those two feud. It'd be something new. It would be and then he's going after a belt. I like that idea. Better than Rusev and Cena again. You know. Snore fest. Exactly. All right. So then from there, the women's match, Charlotte and Natalya, or as we call it, Basement Boy smoke break time.
Yep.
So we took our smoke break. We came back, and the match was going. It was fine. It was a submission match.
It wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad.
It wasn't spectacular. I think it was still a step up from some of the women's matches,
but not as good as they could do.
Not as good as God. Which match was it that we were just
was
all
it Mania?
Over? I think it was Mania.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Mania because they had Becky Lynch. I love Natalya, but you gotta end this feud too. It's got to be done. It has to be done. I need Sasha Banks versus Charlotte.
And who was the girl that came in and sneaked?
Dana Brooke. Dana Brooke comes out at the end, and she was dressed as Flair, but then wasn't. Distracted Natalya. And then, she got hit with the figure 8 or whatever, and she submitted. I mean, you kind of saw it coming. Just like the end of the main event, realistically.
Oh, exactly.
Exactly.
The main event was rough.
And when we are sitting at home know what you're going to do as a storyline, that means writing crew at WWE, you need to do a better job. You just need to do a better job. Bottom line, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Some of the storylines are good, and you have a lot of talent right now, and you have a lot of opportunity to make a really, really good product on TV. Don't fall back on your laurels and just do some of these storylines that we've seen over and over again.
And it's like they hit it so hard at Mania with the women's, and then they've just sort of been
Payback sucked.
Hitting the couch and just relaxing.
Well, Payback and this was Natalya and Charlotte. That's not new blood. That's Natalya. She's been around forever. I want to see Becky Lynch. I want to see, Paige. I want to see Sasha Banks. I'd much rather see matches with those girls than Charlotte and Natalya go at it.
I agree.
The Heart Flair thing is just, I'm over it. I'm over it. New era. Let's not talk about the past. But let's talk about the main event, because let's wrap this up. The main event was actually pretty decent. They fought through the arena. Roman Reigns gets booed like crazy.
Oh, so hard.
Styles gets cheered like the champion,
What did they say, like, right in the beginning?
You can't wrestle.
Yeah, you can't wrestle. Like, literally before the match
Roman
started.
Roman sucks. There was a ton of them.
They were loud.
The Jersey crowd was getting into it tonight, though. They got really into it. They were really getting into the Intercontinental title match. They were really getting into this main event. We got some broken tables. Of course, Gallows and Anderson come out. Of course, the Usos come out. Of course, madness ensues. And then, like we said, it was predictable.
The match wasn't bad throughout.
It was the ending that hurt the match as a totality.
Which almost is every single match with Reigns.
Yeah, because he gets hit with, a
million different things.
Yeah, and then he keeps kicking out, just like Super Cena does. And then all of a sudden,
Superman punch or spear.
And he speared him out of the air, which was actually a pretty decent spear.
No, it wasn't.
It was a pretty decent spear.
No, it wasn't.
Whatever.
Chris was like, he barely was above it. It was maybe a foot off the ground.
It was a
foot
decent spear.
No, it was not.
But either way,
he did better spears in that match.
He hits AJ Styles with a spear. AJ Styles was jumping for the phenomenal forearm, which I knew was, and then I said it too. I was like, spear, it's over right now. Mm-hmm. And right as it happened, spear, it's over right then. We were all really upset for like 5 seconds.
Oh yeah.
And then all of a sudden, like, you could see the whole crowd starts, like, everyone's turning and like, because they didn't play his music.
No.
And it was so sneaky. And then, like, you hear everyone start cheering. You're like, what the hell is going on here? And then all of a sudden, there he is, Seth motherfucking Rollins, standing in the middle of the ring.
Not just Seth motherfucking Rollins. Seth Rollins at Super Saiyan level 2.
Dude, he was jacked. He was
hitting it hard.
Oh, he looks so swole.
It's not like he's ginormous.
No, he's a little dude. He's a little dude.
But for his frame, he is swolled out
chest
hard.
and shoulders. He has not been skipping chest day, people. Like,
I don't think he can scratch his back anymore.
No, definitely.
His chest is like.
I don't think he's doing CrossFit anymore. I'm pretty sure he's quit CrossFit gyms and he's hitting like real, like, not real weights, but you know what I mean. Like, he's powerlifting at this point. I don't think he's CrossFit like athlete, because they don't usually get that size.
And CrossFit, I guess we're getting into fitness here, but I hear CrossFit's rough on your joints.
It
so
is.
if he just had a knee injury,
he's not going to do CrossFit.
He's going to stop CrossFit. It's just
that's probably what they told. That's probably what they told him after his surgery. Is like, you need to not do CrossFit. You need to work out, just regular status.
Dude,
he got swole the fuck out. But yeah, he hit Roman with a pedigree. And then he stood there holding the belt, and everyone cheered, wearing these sick gray pants with the RR shirt. Mm-hmm. He's back, people. He's back. The champ is back. Take that fucking belt off Reigns. Put it on my boy Rollins.
So I want final prediction here. Do we think Rollins is going to win Money in the Bank, or he's going to get a championship match and take it before that?
No, he'll either get a championship match at Money in the Bank and win it there. Or, I don't think he's gonna win at the first match. I think they're gonna prolong this. I honestly think, because we got August. August is when SummerSlam happens, right? Mm-hmm. So you got June is Money in the Bank. July is Fastlane. No.
Can I make a
July
hopeful suggestion?
July
here?
Something, and then August is SummerSlam.
Can I make a hopeful suggestion here? It's probably not gonna happen. Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns doing their thing.
Right.
Cena gets Money in the Bank, cashes in, but loses to Rollins after he's taken the title.
Maybe. I don't know.
You could not make Seth Rollins look stronger than that.
I really hope they don't give Cena Money in the Bank. Like, there's no sense in doing that. There's no sense in giving Cena Money in the Bank.
But it would make Rollins look really tough.
It would, and but they would never do that. They would never make. I don't know. I just don't see that happening. I don't even see Cena being in the Money in the Bank match. I don't know. Maybe. What else are you gonna fucking do with him? He can't just come back and start a feud. He comes back on Memorial Day and 2 weeks. Who gives a fuck about Cena? Seth Rollins is back.
Unless he starts with frickin' Rusev, like we're hoping Ambrose does instead.
I just don't know if I want. I don't know. Maybe. You know, it'd be crazy, and I'm just going to throw this out here as, like, wild shit. Tomorrow night on Raw, Seth Rollins wins his belt back.
What if Ambrose won Money in the Bank?
No, because they've run that feud too many times. I think they want to run an AJ Styles, Seth Rollins.
That would actually be a much
That'd
better
be a sweet freaking feud.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that would be a sweet feud. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? I don't know. We'll see.
I want some predictions. I want some good predictions. Usually we can predict something. Right now we're kind of up in the air.
That's all up in the air. Well, I'll be doing another Raw recap tomorrow night, so that's to look forward to. I'm going to try to get this episode up tonight. That's the plan after we end this right now. So, Phase Deuce in full effect, just like we told you. New shit's happening. The live stuff's coming. We just got to figure out how to do it. So if anyone's got some helpful tips, hints, tricks, I don't know, hit me in the DMs. Follow us, like us, subscribe, share us, do your thing.
Make sure it's videos with sound. Shout out to Ed. Ed is now the social media ambassador for Basement Boy Banner, so he does a lot of the posting and stuff like that. Doing a good job.
We're still the hosts. I'm still Thor. That's still Brian. We're still Basement Boy Banner. And until next week, deuces. If you like what you just saw, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our videos, follow us on Twitter and Instagram, and like our Facebook page.